Okay, problem 7 asks us which situation is best represented by the equation below. The equation is 5x equals 85. So we solve these type of problems by reading through the answer choices until we find the one that, and writing equations for each answer choice until we find the one that matches the equation we're given. A says Bianca is buying caramel corn for her friends. Each bag costs $5. She wants to buy 85 bags. What is X, the total amount she will pay for the caramel corn? So if one bag is $5, 2 bags would be 2 times 5 or $10, 3 bags would be 3 times 5 or $15. But the total amount for 85 bags, X, would equal $5 times 85. That does not equal this, that is not equivalent to this equation. So we rule out answer choice A. B says Joe rode his bike 85 miles this weekend. He rode 5 more miles this weekend than he did last weekend. What is X, the number of miles he rode last weekend? So X would equal the 85 miles he rode this weekend minus the 5, because he rode 5 more miles this weekend than last weekend. Last weekend he must have rode 80 miles, so 85 minus 5 would equal X, or 80. So that is also not the equation we're looking for. C says Kevin has 85 baseball cards. He sold 5% of the cards to another collector. What is X, the number of cards he did not sell? This one's pretty tricky, but it's also definitely not going to match our equation. But if he sold 5%, 5% of the cards would be 5%, represented as a decimal is 0.05. 5% of the cards would be multiplication, 0.05 times 85. But that's what he sold, so you subtract that from what he started with. 85 minus 500ths times 85. That would be the number he had left, or the number he did not sell. So X would equal this equation. So it must be answer choice D, but let's make sure. Tickets to the school play are $5. If Miss Baker collected $85 at the box office, what is X, the number of people that attended the play? So she collected 85, so the total amount she collected equaled 85. And it's $5 per person, so if one person went, it would be $5. If 2 people bought tickets, it would be 5 times 2, or $10. If 3 people bought tickets, it would be 5 times 3, or $15. But in this case, it's $5 times X. The number of people equals X. So 5 times X equals 85. And that's the equation we're looking for. So answer choice D is the correct answer. And by the way, some or possibly all of these scenarios are not very realistic, but we need to use the same numbers in each one to make it, well, you get the idea. I'm just saying the scenarios aren't very realistic, but the main point is building up the equations and finding the one that matches. Okay, problem 8. We're trying to write an equation to match the following word problem. Javaria deposited $17.23 in her savings account. The balance after the deposit was $52.96. What is J, the amount of money she had in the account before the deposit? So J is some amount of money, and then she deposited, J is some amount of money that she had in her account, and then she deposited $17.23. We know if she deposited money, her account is going to increase, so this is plus $17.23. And her balance after the deposit was, or equals, $52.96. So we can figure out how much she had before using this equation. J plus $17.23 equals $52.96. Okay, we'll pick up the review with problem 9 on the next video.